What is going on, guys? Chris here. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020 and my first video of this new decade, and it's a pretty exciting one because, as I noted in the last video, we're going to be trying to solve the Teraminx, which is a 7x7 dodecahedron. So it's basically a 7x7 version of a normal Megaminx. For those of you who don't know, I scrambled it up in the last video. It's all good and ready to go. Let's just try and solve this thing. It's fairly obvious to me that this is a very big puzzle and it's going to take quite a long time to solve, so I'm breaking up this puzzle into a series of different videos and I'll explain that right now. So there's 12 centers that you need to do. I'm going to be reducing this puzzle to a normal Megaminx, so I'm going to be solving the 12 centers like you would a 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, those kind of puzzles, and then I'm going to be doing edge pairing, which is all of these edges, and I forget how many there are, but there's quite a lot. So in this video I'm going to be doing the centers, and I think I'm just going to solve one center, because solving one center is the same as the first 10 centers, and then the next video I'm going to be doing the last 2 centers, because then you kind of have to use commutators and it gets a little bit more confusing. And then the third video I'm going to be trying edge pairing. It is quite repetitive though, so I'll be skipping a lot of them, but there's a really interesting way you solve the last few edges, so I'm really excited for that. And then the final video will probably be the Megaminx solve. I might just attach that to the end of the edges one, so it's going to be 3 or 4 videos. But today we're going to be doing the centers. Let's get started. So here is our mighty puzzle. Let's get started with this thing. I'm going to be doing a lot of solving off camera, but let's just get that first center done. So as you can see, we have these centers here. They are pentagons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means there's 5 edges going around this center here. So what I'm going to be doing is just getting almost like the cross. So this is one edge here, and there's another one here. So there's going to be 3 more of the cross pieces actually touching the center. There's another one over here. So I'm going to bring this up like that. And that's all good. So nothing actually overly different from a normal Megaminx to begin with. This is kind of how you start solving it. Where is the... oh, there it is. So then we have the last one here. So this is the equivalent of a cross, I guess. And then just like with the beginner's method for any puzzle, we're going to be doing the corner pieces. So there's one right here. I probably should have mentioned we're sticking to the very inside part of the center. We're going to be building it from the middle outwards. So I'm going to be putting this center piece in. And that's a very easy algorithm, just like with the beginner's method. You take out the edge, pop in the corner, and then put it back next to the center. So that's all good. Let's find another one. There's one over here. So bring the edge out, match up the corner, and pop it back again. Nice and easy so far. I mean, I think a lot of you guys who've never solved a Teraminx before or don't know how it solves, I think you'll be quite surprised at how simple it is. Just like with a higher order n by n by n puzzle, it just takes a lot of time to do, but on the surface it's really not that difficult. So we're looking for the last corner, and I believe it's this one over here. So let's bring that across, and where's that going? That's going to go right here instead of the yellow. So we're going to put that in there, and that's the first part of the center built. Nice and easy. So moving on then, let's see what we can do next. So now we want to do exactly the same thing, but just on the outside here, and this is a bit more complicated. When we put our edges in here, we need to match them up with these other pieces. So we have the very middle here, and then these corner pieces are also part of the edge. So we need to actually match them all up before we put them right next to the center. So I'll show you an example. We have this edge piece here, and then here's 2 of the outer edges. So we want to actually pair them up like this. So we've done this one, and then the second one's over here, and we don't want to disturb what we've already built, so we're going to have to displace But now we have one built outer edge, which we can place right next to the center here. So it's exactly the same idea as the internal one, but we just have to do an extra step to pair the pieces up. So let's find another one. We have this guy over here. So let's do that. We're going to bring this white down. We're going to set up the middle piece like that, and when we move it back, it'll pair it up. And then this one's nice and easy. So just placing it next to the center, just like the cross or the star, whatever it is you want to call it. And then we have this one, this white here, going right there. What else is there? Okay, so there's one over here. There's our third one made, our third outer edge. So really nice and easy stuff, just kind of time consuming. So here's the last, well no, not the last one, the fourth one. So we're gonna bring this white over here. We don't want to mess it up, so we're gonna have to move the whites we've already built back, and then we put this edge in here, and that leaves just one more to build over here. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the edge, so we want to put that over here, match up the first of the two pieces, and then we want to make sure, oh, we haven't actually messed anything up, that's good. And then I guess we want to have this piece over here, so we need to bring the edge closer, and then what we can do a little shortcut here. So if I bring these two pieces which are together around here, we have the edge and the corner, which is really handy because we put the corner in as soon as we put the edge in, so that's one less corner to worry about. But now that we're on the corners, we have two in place already, which is nice and lucky, but putting them in is exactly the same as the internal ones. Literally just beginner's method, R, U, R prime kind of thing. So that's one of them. We need two more, so let's have a quick look for them. We have one right here, so let's bring that around. That's going to go right down here. Alright, and then there's one more to do. It's going in this little corner slot here, but where is it? Right here, that's where it is. So let's bring that, where's the white gone? Oh, it's over here. So let's bring that down, and that's gonna go right here. Nice and easy, done. There you go, solved the first center. Don't know how long that took, maybe 5 minutes or something, but we've managed to solve it. And that's basically the way it goes all the way up until the last two. So this is the way it goes all the way up until the last two centers, which is going to be grey and one of these colours. So really not too challenging right off the bat. It does get a little bit harder around edge pairing, but the centers are fairly straightforward if you know what you're doing. If you've solved a higher order n by n by n puzzle, this really won't be too difficult. But that's going to conclude part 1. The next time you see me, there will probably be 10 centers built, because I'm going to go do that in between videos, and hopefully you know, we'll be able to move on in the next episode of CanChrisSolve. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'll try and get the next one out as soon as possible. For now, have a really awesome day. Remember to like, leave your suggestions and comments down below. I'd love to know if you have any kind of tips or shortcuts for solving this thing. And then of course subscribe and you'll be notified when I make a new video. That's it from me though, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.